From a Hat, the show where we draw our topic out of a hat. I'm Ben.
I'm Phoenix.
William.
And today's topic is... how would you do in the Mad Max world? Let's establish, what do you need to survive in the Mad Max world? You need to be able to drive. None of us can drive, we're all dead.
Well, hey. I've got my book. I'm getting my P's pretty soon.
Hey, if anyone has seen Mad Max Fury Road, there was a bunch of chicks in that vehicle that didn't drive once.
Okay.
That's true.
Alright then.
All I need to do is be a pretty woman, but it doesn't matter because I'm dead because it's all about desert and I can't do heat.
That's true. You die immediately.
I'd go 1 week. There's 1 week I could survive.
You think you'd only survive a week?
I think I'd be generous saying week. Wait, are we going off the classic movie so it turns into it the way it does in the movie? Because how did it turn into that world in the classics?
There was a sequel.
You mean, how did it get from Mad Max 1 to Mad Max Fury Road?
Yeah.
Have you seen Mad Max 3?
No.
Harold told
It's the only one I haven't seen.
Okay, Mad Max 1, I would imagine, is the one that's closest to
It's just...
now, in inverted commas.
Yeah.
Because nothing looks like it's been destroyed.
Nothing is destroyed, really.
Mad Max 2 is a few years after that and is closer to the desert. Mad Max 3 is like decades after the collapse and it is all desert. And I'm guessing...
What I more meant was, how did it collapse? Like, what collapsed? I don't quite remember. Was there a specific...
war?
Yeah, okay, yeah. Saying war, I feel like I remember at the beginning of like Mad Max 2, they have like a flash of things and pretty much just like a 2-minute description of why the world looks crap.
I want to say there was a war,
Let's
but
go
I'm
with
not
war.
sure.
War.
War it is.
What is it good for?
Absolutely.
Mad Max universes is the real answer.
I don't think it was very good for Mad Max.
No, it made Mad Max universe. Mad Max movie franchise then.
I mean, are you kidding? Max looks really happy.
Yeah.
Have you seen him? He's always running around looking like Tom Hardy.
I thought he was running
Have we
around
played the
looking
games?
bad.
Huh?
Have any of you played games?
Yeah, I've got Mad Max the game. Have you played the game?
No, I don't have
It's
it.
so much fun.
I was going to borrow it of Harold, but
I
don't
can
think
borrow
am
it to you.
going to. Do you have it on Xbox One? Yeah, can I borrow it off you?
Yeah.
I've heard that the game looks great, but isn't a great game.
It's a fine game.
Yeah.
Like, it...
It's a fun game?
Yeah. It's a lot like Fallout with a car, but less Fallout-y.
And more Assassin's Creed-y.
No.
With its whole to this point, like, do the outpost.
Well, I mean,
More
there
like
is a lot of, like,
more
go
like Far
here.
Cry.
There is a lot of drive here, do this. But that's the main game mechanic.
Yeah. It's like Far Cry.
The car, like, I'd imagine if they did a second one, they might be able to fix up a lot of the problems with the first one, but that's the case with any game. It's fine, but it's very much a Fury Road game.
I was just going to say, does it have much to do with the...
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, but yes.
Okay.
Like,
I don't know why it matters, because I'm sticking with my weak answer. So, I don't know why I need to know about the world. I'm going to die in a week.
I reckon I'll be able to survive at least a month.
A month.
A month.
Wait, are we going off... Are we born into this world, or are we kicking it off the apocalypse kind of... Or everything crashes?
We, right now, in the middle of this podcast, a black hole opens and we get sucked into the Mad Max world, all three of us spouted outside of Gastown.
Okay.
Oh, Gastown. That was the one with the nipple ring guy, right? Or is that
I
the
do
main
great.
one?
Alright, well, we get spat
Which
out.
one's Gastown, right?
Gastown's the main town they start in, yeah. Wait, no, they're going to Gastown in the movie.
God, I can't remember that movie. I remember loving it.
Okay, in Fury Road,
Yeah.
they originally send them to Gastown to refuel. In the game...
Bullet Town, that's the one, that's the gross one I'm thinking
The
of.
Bullet Farmer.
Bullet Farmer.
Yeah. In the game, you get to go to Gastown, and it's very industrial, like a regular city, but the area surrounding it is much more condensed.
Is there a town?
Yes.
What do people in town do for a living?
Slaves, mechanics, race, drive, farm, that kind of thing.
And we've been spat out here.
Well, where do you want to be spat out?
No, that's fine.
No, I like that idea. I'm just trying to think, none of those jobs I can do, except slave.
You could be a lancer.
What's a lancer?
A lancer is someone who... Okay, so say I'm the driver. you'd be my Lancer, which means you'd sit on the back of my car, like say I've got a ute or a pickup truck.
Yeah.
You'd be in the back of the thing with like a stick with a firework on the end, and you stab at the other car.
So one of those guys.
Yeah.
You could be a Lancer.
I could be a Lancer. Technically, I could be a driver. You don't need a license in this world.
No.
I theoretically know how to drive.
I
just legally can't drive.
Although, that being said, how funny would it be if Max is driving along and then someone pulls him over and goes, license and registration?
Wouldn't that be him? Because he's the cop.
You're right! Then he just shows them the badge and they're like, sorry officer, carry on. Just imagine Mad Max pulling people over in the apocalypse.
Plus, there's not many road rules.
Yeah,
It's all desert. I feel like I could drive in the Mad Max world.
Alright,
Yeah, but you'd have to be the best driver there because the people that drive are already like accustomed to this kind of
Beginner's
landscape.
luck, I'm feeling pretty confident.
They've been driving.
I imagine beginner's luck is a big factor in Mad Max.
And you just get spat out a guy that. How many times have you driven, like, in your life?
Yeah.
How many times? 3.
3 times in your life you've driven, and
I've driven more than you.
You've been spat
Do you
out.
want to know how long for, though?
Yeah, sure.
10 minutes the first time, 2 minutes the second time, 1 minute the third.
It's like the most depressing sexual history ever.
Beginner's
would
luck,
know.
eh?
I've driven longer than you have.
Okay.
I'm probably...
Yet again, it doesn't matter how long.
You still think you'd only last a week?
Maybe. See, I forget there's towns.
Like, there's towns and settlements and jobs and shit that need doing. So I think you'd be okay. I think you maybe last at least a month, like me. Like, I'm not saying I'd last longer than a month. I'm only saying a month because I'm a creature of, like, necessity. I need creature comforts.
Yeah, I agree.
I have a very strict diet of Coca-Cola and gummy bears.
Alright, you would die.
Yeah.
There's no Coca-Cola.
Yeah, there's no Coca-Cola in the
Oh, I'd
apocalypse.
die too. I'd have really bad soft drink withdrawals.
Yeah. Plus, I need...
Drink water. I mean, I know there's not much of it, but it still exists.
No, I drink water, but then I'd probably end up
Yeah,
dying.
but you know what happens to people who drink soft drink so much? They get addicted to it. So if you stop drinking soft drink, I don't know, I would say I'm not addicted, but I feel like my body would be withdrawal. No, I can drink other things than soft drink. I just don't like the taste of water.
Like, okay.
By taste of water, I mean the lack of taste of water.
And not to get too depressing here, but I don't think I'd last longer than a month because by that point I'm definitely out of meds. He's
I
not
don't mind
happy
being a Lancer. I might be a Lancer.
for a month. Or a month, or are you still reckon you only last a week?
I don't know. How deadly is a Lancer job?
Depends. Are you like a war boy Lancer?
No, I'm not a war boy.
Alright, well then maybe...
Although they wear very little. Wait, no,
They
most
wear
people
pants.
wear little, don't they?
They wear pants and boots.
Yeah. No, I don't believe in
But this
Valhalla, so definitely not.
This is Mad Max. You can wear whatever the fuck you want.
That's true.
So
See-
what I'm wearing right now.
Yeah. Power Rangers shirt, jeans.
See,
Chinos.
Chino? Those are chinos?
Yeah.
Okay.
see, the thing is,
You could pull a Phoenix and just wear a strap on.
the thing
Phoenix
is,
is just wearing a
I
strap
know,
on. It's very awkward.
very uncomfortable.
so you're saying you would last like a month,
Yeah.
right? I say if you make it to a month, you're probably good for at least a year.
No, because I don't reckon I could. I reckon I'd get killed.
What do Lancers
Right.
do apart from Warboy Lancers? Are they just casual Lancers?
Depends. Like Gastown have races where like
it's not to the death?
No, that's well, sort of. They're like a combination of the Thunderdome and racing.
I didn't see Thunderdome.
You don't need to. I'll explain it now. Basically, to be in a Gastown race, you need a Lancer who can operate weaponry and shit, and maybe do like a quick patch up on the car, which in Mad Max games is pretend to turn a wrench near the engine is fixed.
I can pretend to turn a wrench near the engine.
Yeah. Basically all you'll do is just sit in the back of the car and throw shit at other cars. So have you got good aim?
Reasonably.
Then I reckon you'll be okay.
Okay.
Phoenix.
As a Lancer.
Yeah. How long do you think you'd last, Phoenix?
Okay. So I'm not dependent on anything like
True.
like soft drinks or anything. I can survive on just water.
I reckon
I'm not
he's probably
dependent
got-
on soft drinks.
I reckon he's probably got the best chance out of the three of
Oh,
us.
I'm not disagreeing
I
with
think
that.
that if I was spat out into
Look at
that
that skill.
world, I would probably try to like if we're being spat out in a town, I would probably find somewhere like someone that could give me some kind of work staying away from stuff like the Lancer and stuff, and I could probably last at least like a year. I feel.
Wait.
Just not rubbing.
We're
anyone
spat
the
out
wrong way
together?
and just doing everything normal.
Okay. Yeah, we're spat out together.
I feel like I could survive way longer.
What, because you're just gonna sponge off of us?
No, me with people is way better than me alone. Me alone, I'd die weak is giving me a lot of that. If I'm with a group, I can survive way longer.
Alright. Well,
I would just go with Phoenix, get a job with Phoenix, work,
Yeah, what
get
if
money, we'd get, like, be able to live.
you know what we could do?
What could we do?
Because we're going in this together, I keep forgetting that we're a unit in this. We
Yeah,
don't need
we're
to be alone. We can go into this, alright? Like, you're a good Lancer. Can you drive?
I can drive well enough.
Phoenix can drive. You can be the Lancer, and I can be just the muscle.
But I feel like that's a
Right.
death kind of job.
Well,
I liked Phoenix's idea of getting away from death.
there is no job that isn't a death job in Mad Max.
What about the milkers? Because in
Are you a
Fury-
woman?
No, I'm one of the guys standing there being like, okay,
Oh, so you're a war boy.
sure.
Then you're gonna die.
Yeah, that's probably
Because
true.
all the war boys are gonna die.
But just put me as something like not a driver, not a lancer, like maybe a mechanic. Or
Cook.
something
Are they
like that.
cooks?
Just-
Do they cook?
Oh yeah, I could cook.
There are cooks, but again, I wouldn't want to be one. Because if you're a cook, then it's presumed you have medical experience, which makes you an organic mechanic, which means you'll have to go out with war parties, which means you'll die.
Yeah.
Are they cleaners?
No.
That makes sense.
Cleanliness is not something that the Mad Max universe seems to
I
hold in high
I
regard.
was just trying to find.
I start a business of cleaning.
And get robbed and killed immediately.
I robbed a kid. Why?
Because it's Matt. Why would anyone need you to clean? The last thing on their mind is, that shelf there, that's getting a bit dusty. I better call the cleaner. No one's thinking that in Mad Max. They're thinking, where am I getting food from today? Do I have to eat my son? That is the
Where
Mad
do
Max.
they get food from?
They hunt or they grow it.
Yeah. Could I be a grower?
I could be I could farm.
You think you could be a
I
farmer?
think I could be a farmer.
In a desert?
Did you see my ghost peppers?
I did.
They're desert growers. They grow in India.
I guess. I mean,
So everyone eats just really hot chilies.
I don't know what exactly they grow in Mad Max, actually. I've never thought about that.
Neither.
But yeah, so like, not something that keeps me away from death, but just like the safest job in
Are there
terms
shopkeepers?
of a
Are
world
there shops?
like this.
Yeah, they're shopkeepers.
I'd be a shopkeeper.
That's another
I
thing.
literally have experience in that.
Yeah, but it'd be a lot of, you need to run your own shop, and there'd be a lot of people coming in with, guns, threatening to kill you if you don't give them what they want immediately.
Yeah, I'd
Give
give
them what they want.
But then you'll be broke, because you'll have nothing left, because they'll just take everything.
What money is in? Isn't it just
Scrap.
parts?
No, it's scraps.
Yeah,
As in, metal scrap.
yeah.
So,
So just
where are you going with that, mate?
well, it's like if you've got scrap, so someone comes in with a gun and they're like, "Give us all your scrap. We need to build a car."
Well, no, if you give us all your scrap, we need to buy the parts to build a car.
Yeah, I guess. Wouldn't they steal the parts?
Well, yeah, but they'd also take the scrap so they can afford the parts that you don't have.
That's fair. That's why I'm sticking with Gardner.
You're gonna get, sun cancer.
So,
I mean, fair enough. You'll get bad sunburns.
yeah, well,
I'm gonna stick with shopkeeper. I feel like if I play things right, I could get around. If I get broke, sure, broke is still alive.
Okay, but how long do you think you'll last as a shopkeeper? Because that's the question.
it'll last longer than a month. That's the thing.
Alright, so what? We're saying that if you can last longer than a month, you win.
Well, I don't know what
No,
Gastown
no,
is
no.
like.
Gastown, okay, imagine...
How likely am I to get robbed
Very.
in Gastown?
Very.
What's the police system like?
Because we
Or
have,
the enforcers?
in the game, there isn't a lot of... You're on the, outskirt of Gastown, because if you go into Gastown, you can't drive a car. Because it's a very compact city, and
Sure.
there's a lot of crime. It's like Gotham combined with a shithole.
Is it like Mega City 1?
Yes.
Sweet.
You don't get that, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Okay,
great.
it's like Mega City 1 from Dread. Only
Okay.
much more violent.
I'd just find a way for my shop to be what criminal, to
You just be a criminal.
yeah!
Yeah, okay. I never said you couldn't just be a criminal.
I wouldn't be like, oh, no, I'm not giving you shit. I'd just somehow find a way to be on their good side. I don't know what they want or anything like that, so I can't, like,
Alright, so...
give you examples.
Okay, so-
Lowest price is guaranteed. Anything anyone else has will match it by 10%.
You stole that from, like, Lowe's or something, didn't you?
Probably.
Good guys.
Okay.
It is good, guys.
A brand here in Australia. Anyway.
Because we're gonna have international view. Oh, we do? Do we have international?
I don't know. We might.
Me, I am an international viewer. I use my eyes to watch this podcast.
You should speak louder.
No. So,
Right, so if we last a month, then we're good, is what you guys think.
I think that like you're selling yourself short if you can't last a month, and I think if you do last a month, you can probably last not indefinitely, but longer. You know, like,
Pretty much, my
you've already
goal,
set yourself
I'm
up
going to be
for
the
the
criminal
world.
underground go-to guy.
You want to be the go-to man for the criminal underground.
Yeah, that's
There
pretty
isn't
much
a criminal underground.
Well, then,
crime is
the-
above ground.
overground. The crime.
You want to be a crime lord.
No, not lords. I want to be like, so there's crime lords, and neither of them want to kill me because I'm the shopkeeper that they get their, like, supplies from.
Okay, just gonna let you know, crime isn't so much the word here, so much as it is, like, the guy in charge is himself a war criminal, like a...
Yeah, I'd just be bros with him.
So you want to be, like, bros with a warlord.
Yeah.
He'll kill you.
Why?
Because he's
We're
a
bros.
Because he's a psycho warlord in Mad Max.
I don't know what they're like. Yet again, Warlord doesn't to me make me
you
go,
seen-
oh,
have-
clearlds Warlords kill all their friends.
Have you seen
We-
Mad
Warlords
Max?
usually
Have
have
you
a
seen Mad Max 2?
Kind of? Yes, but I don't remember it because it was so, like,
Boring.
boring. Yes, boring in a
You
word.
want to describe the sound effect so people know what you
Putting a gun in my mouth and blowing my brains out is the
What?
phrase I would use.
Okay.
No, that's mean. I did
Yeah, it
find it
is.
boring, but not in a terrible way, just in the way that I wanted a fun movie.
Okay, do you remember the bad guy in Mad Max 2?
No.
Okay, do you
Which
remember
one was Mad Max 2 again?
the one I just asked you if you remembered?
Yeah, I said I've seen it. I don't really remember it.
Alright, do you remember the bad guy from Fury Road?
Yes.
That's the one with the gross...
Yeah, the
Yeah.
big pale white guy.
Yeah.
That's a warlord in Mad Max.
Seems alright.
He didn't kill his friends.
He did.
I mean,
What
he
friends
sent
did
his
he-
friends out to die,
Yeah.
but he never physically killed
Yeah,
them.
exactly. And I'm not a person... I'm clearly not a fighter.
He
So he
was
wouldn't
not-
send me out to die.
This dude was...
Lots of people in that movie were not fighters.
That's
They
true.
got killed.
But his whole thing was like he never was like, you, I'm gonna kill you because I'm mad. His whole thing was like, you, do you want to die and go to Valhalla? Then fight for me.
Yeah, I guess. But I don't
Pretty much,
think-
I want to establish myself as the guy they need for the guy who gets the supplies they need.
I just don't think you'd be able to do that.
Why not?
Because
I
I
just
need
need
don't
to
know
run
the
a
world.
shop.
because you don't know the world at all. For
All
one
I need
thing.
to do is invest, go around, get to know everything.
The fact that you want to invest says that you're not going to survive well in
Not
Mad Max.
invest.
There's
Like-
no investing.
Not invest. I don't want to invest.
Wait,
I was
wait.
going to say investigate, but that wasn't the word.
Do you have to be born a war boy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no. A warboy. What happens is there's that lift. From,
Yeah.
You remember Fury Road? How they have that lift that lowers and raises the cars.
Yeah.
And at the end, what's her face goes up in the lift.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The leader of the war boys and a couple of other and high-ranking ones ride that down,
Yeah.
and children,
Yeah.
young children, climb on,
Sure.
and then they start to raise it.
Yeah.
And they don't climb on; they hang on to the bottom of it.
Sure.
And they look and they examine these children, and they decide if the children are fit enough to be war boys. And if they don't like them, they stomp on their hands and they let them fall to their death. But if they like them, they pull them up and they are they're brought in as war pups,
Sure.
which are young children that are
Are there
war boys.
bars or taverns or pubs of any sort? Because I don't know if there's alcohol. I know there's no
There's
water,
no alcohol.
but is there an alcohol equivalent or
Water.
something like that?
Alcohol would be dumb in a desert world.
It's water.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be smart.
Water is the equivalent of alcohol.
Okay, so there's
About
no
that-
pub or like.
I mean, there's like places I'm sure where you can buy supplies and water, but I doubt.
Yeah, so pretty much I'd be one of those people.
What about?
I'd imagine that they're like just sort of when you pull into a town, like the bullet farm or whatever. There's just a post with a couple of war boys stationed there who fill you up if you need it.
Who makes
I imagine everything's done in house. Is what I'm trying to say.
who makes teeth spray?
The spray.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Phoenix.
Who
I'm
makes
the
the-
teeth spray guy.
Who makes the chrome? I think that's spray paint.
Okay. Sure.
So
Yeah, well, obviously, it's like a car spray paint is what I would have guessed it was.
Yeah, it's spray paint. So I imagine they found it.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Like I don't think there's a guy in the back of like the palace mixing
Right,
paints.
yeah.
Like I gotta make sure it's not toxic. They
They're
don't
spraying
care.
in their mouth.
They don't care. They're all gonna die anyway.
What was I gonna say?
I don't know. What were you gonna
There
say?
was no. What was it was something? Maybe I'd be like a watch out dude. Like
Like a lookout.
yeah, like a lookout.
Alright.
Right? Get in
See
the
that
car.
I could see you being able to do.
A lookout.
Yeah.
Don't they stand in the sun all day?
Most of them get like a post to sit in.
So there's shade?
Yeah.
Then yeah, I could probably do that. I could. No, yeah, I could do that.
How good are your eyes? I couldn't do it. I've got glasses.
I could do it.
I
I've
could
got
do it.
eyes.
I reckon I could be. No, I've already established that I'd die after like
A week.
month. No, a month.
A month.
I
Right.
just
you
gotta
would do
survive
it.
a month. Do you still think you'll only last a week?
Not knowing that, I probably would have gone. If it was by myself, I would have been given up. With you guys probably would have been like, Phoenix is like, I'm gonna go get a job. Like, oh yeah, what kind of jobs could I get? And then that's what would give me the motivation to continue.
I'm probably gonna go down and check out the fighting rings. See if I can get work there, punching
Fair
things.
enough.
So not long.
That I'm only lasting a month.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
I may as well have fun punching shit in the face for a month. I could punch things in the face for a month.
Yeah, probably.
I'd fuck my hands up, but I could do it.
Also your face.
I don't need my face.
Your final match is you versus yourself.
It's me versus my own face.
Yeah.
Just disembodied and floating in front of me.
I imagine someone cut it off and wore it as a mask.
What, like Doof Warrior style?
Kinda,
Yeah.
yeah.
Comma the Doof Warrior. I love him.
Yeah.
Does he actually
Hang on.
Besides playing guitar, does he do anything? Or is it just like motivation?
He's a bard.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
You can play musical instruments.
Yeah, but I'm not a like shredding guitar kind
But
of
you can
person.
play musical instruments. Can you play drums?
I can play a bit.
You can be a bard.
I could be a bard, I
The
guess.
drummers in Mad Max don't have like a lot of
Yeah.
like training. I reckon you'll be okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. See, the dudes in that go out into the battle, right?
Yeah.
They're
On
like
a big truck with speakers.
yeah.
It's great.
I'm pretty sure that truck blows up.
It only blows up because Nux decided to crash his truck.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't blow up on its own. It blew up because someone blew it up.
Yeah, but it blew up because they were driving in a war zone.
It wasn't at the front of the fucking thing. It was at the back.
No, I know. What I mean is being a bard puts you in still enough danger that it's like I just want to be a gardener. I'll stay outside in the sun all day. I don't care. It's safe. There's plants.
I mean, I guess...
Can dudes be gardeners in this world?
I don't know, because if we're going by, like, Fury Road, then it's a desert, so I don't reckon there's much place to garden.
Yeah. But in Fury Road they had whatsies? They had like a room. They had a room for it, you know. They had like an aviary or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, the roof of the palace was
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah, I reckon if you're, like, getting good with, fuck, what's his name?
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Wait, I missed what happened.
What's the name of the bad guy in Mad Max Fury Road?
I don't remember.
Exactly.
Let's call him Carl.
Yeah, if you're getting good with Carl, I reckon you could probably get work as, like, one of the guys maintaining his green
Yeah.
thing.
I
But
think-
he doesn't get sent out to die. Apparently, when I want to be getting good, I'm dying.
He doesn't.
When
get
he
sick.
gets in
I'm not
good,
trying to be
he's
his
surviving.
Best, I'm not trying to be his
He's
best
not trying to
friend,
be
though.
his
I'm just
best
trying to be,
mate.
like-
I wasn't trying to be his best friend. I was trying to be a bro, so getting good.
Yeah, all I want is to be like, hey dude, I want to maintain your garden. I think I could do a good
Yeah,
job.
I want to be like, hey dude, I want to run the shop. I
All
think
of
I'd be a good job.
All of
like,
his
hey, dude, I want
bros.
to run a criminal underground.
No, because it's all criminal.
All of
I just want to run the shop.
all of his bros went out with him to hunt
Okay,
down
sorry.
Max.
Hey dude, I want to run the shop. I think I'd be a good job. That's what pretty much what I want to do. The exact same but shop, not greenery. But lookout also sounds good if it doesn't seem like it would be a good plan.
Yeah, but if you're
I'd
running
gauge the
shop-
situation.
If you're running the shop, then you're expected to know how to use a lot of the stuff you're selling.
I
which-
learn quick.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but that means
Also-
you're gonna have to get sand in the field eventually.
Also, thieves are more likely to go after the shop than they are to go after the aviary, which is
Yeah.
on the roof of a place no one can get to.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'd outlive you.
I'd
I'm
live
just
the
saying
longest.
I wouldn't
We
get
all
sent
agree.
out to die
We've already
or
established-
killed by him.
We've already established that because Phoenix dresses how he wants anyway, and he eats what he wants anyway, and he doesn't drink soft drink, he'd live the longest. That's not what we're arguing now. Now we're arguing that I don't think William would be able to survive as long as he thinks he would because he wants to set up a criminal enterprise.
I don't want to set up a criminal enterprise. I want to set up a shop
Yeah.
that would supply the people who happen to be criminals because they're all criminals, apparently.
I just think the second you get any scrap at all, someone's slitting your throat and taking it.
Maybe I wouldn't trade for scrap. Maybe it wouldn't be a scrap.
Then you wouldn't be a trade. Then you wouldn't
maybe,
have a shop.
Maybe it would be a trade kind of thing.
Could be.
Then
Could
the
be all,
second
like,
someone
bonuses
comes up and
to-
goes, "What have you got?" "Oh, I've got this muffler. Give me the muffler." "What have you got for me?" "A knife." "Cool. Slit your throat." They take the muffler.
I think I'm a bit smarter than I got a knife for you. Okay, cool. Give me the knife. I'd be like, okay, sir, just one moment. And then if I was,
whack him over the head with a muffler.
why would he knife me?
Because he wants the muffler.
How would he get the muffler if he knifes me?
Knife
No,
you, take
no,
the
no,
muffler.
No, because I'd be
no,
in a walled-off area. He
No,
wouldn't be able to
wait,
get
wait,
in.
I think I've got it. This is how it would go down if you were smart. Hey, what have you got? That depends. What have you got? The guy goes, I've got this. You go, well, for this, I might have this.
Right. The second you say, "Oh, well, what have you got?" he's knifing him and
Hey,
taking it.
Ben, I've also got a plan for not knifing because it's actually a world where a lot of people kill each other.
Yeah.
I'd have glass and things to protect me.
Glass is a
Ow.
very rare commodity in Mad Max.
Well,
And
then
they're
it
all
wouldn't-
used for cars.
no,
someone
they don't.
steal
Use,
the
no, they
glass.
don't. Well, they put sunglass in because sandstorms, but they try to avoid it.
Well, they're not glass. Like, I'd have a protective wall.
Like mesh.
Sure. I'd have a protective barrier between me and the
Do
customer.
you know how to build that?
He's got a good point.
Because if you don't know how to build that yourself, you've got to get someone to do that. And how are you going to do that without scrap? And if you've got scrap, what's stopping them from knifing you when you're not in your little protective bubble yet and taking the scrap? Because they're not going to get arrested. You should just be a war boy.
What? No, I'm not being a war boy. I could not be a war boy.
Why not?
Because I'm not at all a war boy.
You could shave your head.
I'm not questioning the appearance of
There.
a war boy.
No, that's all you need to be a war boy. Shave your head. You're a war boy.
So look out,
There are different types of war boy.
gardener, pit fighter. I think that's what
I
we are.
believe in Mad Max it's technically a Thunderdome fighter.
So, like maybe a month.
A month,
A month and a bit.
a year,
Okay, let's go a year.
a month. Actually, let's go 6 months.
6 months sounds better.
3 weeks.
Sweet.
Cool, I came second place. Started off last, came second.
So, good work. And on that note, I've been Ben.
I'm Phoenix.
William.
Thanks for listening. Bye.